Welcome new students. This how-to video is designed to help you navigate completing your new student housing application. The new student housing application is only to be completed by new residential students. This includes residential freshmen and residential transfers. If you are a commuter student, you do not need to complete this form. The first step is to go to your Banner self-service to access your housing portal. When you get to your Banner self-service home screen, you'll click on Enter Secure Area for access to self-service products. You will enter your user ID and your PIN, which you have previously set up, and then click Log In. Once you arrive at the login screen, you're going to click the blue Personal Information tab from the top of the screen. At the very bottom of the screen, you're going to see the option for My Housing Portal. You're going to click My Housing Portal, which will transfer you into your housing portal. Your housing portal, when it opens, will look like this. This is our test account. Your name, your student ID number, and your email address will populate. This is the home screen of your housing portal, which will be used throughout your time at Siena for a variety of reasons. We will send you important messages. We have links to our social media. This is also where, when you are a returning student for your sophomore, junior, and senior year, where you will log in to pick your housing. More to come on that later. For our new students, both new residential freshmen and new residential transfers, you're going to go to the left side menu and click Applications. You will see your first application is the new student housing application for fall 2022. You will click that application. This is going to open up to Siena's housing license agreement. Please make sure you are reviewing this agreement in its entirety. One thing to note, Siena College does have a 4-year residency requirement, meaning that once you complete this agreement, you are required to live on campus all 4 years at Siena. Please make sure you're discussing this with your parents. If you have questions about this and you wish to change your status from a resident student to a commuter, please email housing@siena.edu and we will help you. After you've read the entirety of the agreement, you'll see the option to enter your full name, where you can type out your full name to complete the agreement, or you can use a signature pad and sign with your mouse. For ease, we recommend just typing your full name. It is a legal electronic signature, but if you wish to use the mouse to type, you can do that. If you are under the age of 18, when you hit submit and finish your application, your parents will receive an e-verification link in their email. Since you are under the age of 18, the parents are required to complete this, as you are not yet a legal adult. If you are over the age of 18 completing this form, you will be all set. There will be no parental notification. You'll hit continue at the bottom of the application to go to the next step. Now you will see a whole bunch of new student housing application preference questions. A lot of these questions are basic demographic info, but also will help us when we go to place you with a roommate. First, please select your student type from the following options. We have a new freshman student, a new transfer student, or in some cases, if you are a current commuter student looking to move on campus, we have that option as well. The majority of you will be incoming freshmen, so I will select that option. Please select and enter your telephone number. This is your student cell phone number. The college does look to collect this information to contact you in emergency situations. If ever there was something that was building specific, it allows us to message and text residents of that building. So you will enter your phone number in its entirety. You do not need to put one. You do not need to use parentheses. You also do not need to use dashes. You can just type out the 10-digit number, 3 digits for the area code, and then the 7-digit phone number. Please select your mobile carrier from the list. Please provide an email address for a parent or guardian. After these demographic informations, we get into the roommate matching questions. These are going to be what we use to match you with a roommate. Please be honest on these questions. They are very important and they will help make sure that we find a good roommate match for you. We ask students if they're a smoker. We have very few of these. However, it does come up and it is a big thing for a lot of roommates. What time do you usually go to bed in the evening? What time do you wake up in the morning? When it comes to study environment, what's most suitable for you? Room cleanliness, guests and visitors. When it comes to room environment, what would you prefer? Weekend lifestyle. If you have any special dietary needs, you can select them. Please make sure if you have no dietary needs, select the no dietary needs. We also have vegetarian, vegan, and gluten-free. If you have any food allergies, you can list them here. Also, if you have any pet allergies, please list them here. Siena does not allow pets other than fish in our residence hall. However, again, we do have a very small number of students who have emotional support animals. So again, in those cases, we try not to place you near those students if you do have any pet allergies. Again, it's a very, very small number, less than 10 across campus, but we do put that out there. We also ask if you'd be interested in living with a community assistant. CAs are upper class returning students who serve as mentors and advisors in the residence halls. This is a great opportunity to live with an upperclassman and build some connections outside of just your student class. It's not required, but if you are interested in living with a CA, you can check yes. Also, if you'd be interested in living with an international student joining the Siena community from another country, that is an option as well. We do welcome students from over 20 different countries every year to Siena. Selecting yes for either of these questions does not guarantee that you'll be placed with either a CA or an international student. It's just a preference and if we have spaces available. Once you've answered all the questions, you will hit continue. You will then need to select your dining plan. New students have 4 dining options. You can review those as they're listed and make your selection. Our recommendation for most new students is the 15 meals per week plus 300 bonus dollars. That averages out to approximately 2 meals per day. And the 300 bonus dollars are handy because a lot of students like to use Casey's, which has a Starbucks, grab and go food items such as sushi. Again, the 300 bonus dollars are a big draw for a lot of students. So we do recommend the 15 meals a week plus the 300 bonus dollars as the standard plan. That's a great option for your first semester until you figure out your schedule and what you might like beyond that. Once you've selected your meal plan, you will hit submit. You'll be taken to this application complete screen. We want to remind you to please review this application complete screen in its entirety. First and foremost, housing deposit. If you have not yet paid your housing deposit, you will need to do so immediately. You can visit the Siena Checklist website for more information and the link to pay your non-refundable $350 housing deposit. The housing deposit, like this application, is due by Friday, June 10th, 2022. Please note that if you submit your housing deposit late and or your housing application late, you will be placed on a housing wait list and offered a room only if we have available spaces. So please make sure you are completing both the housing application and your housing deposit as soon as possible. Roommate requests. If you have a specific roommate request that you'd like to live with, you will need to match with that student in your housing portal. There is a link that is a how-to video on how to select a roommate. If you do not have a roommate in mind, we will place you with a roommate based on your lifestyle preferences that you just completed in the application. If you are under the age of 18, as I mentioned at the beginning, your parents will now receive the e-verification for them to complete and sign off on your housing license. If they did not receive an email from us, please send us an email to housing@siena.edu. From their email address, we will verify their email and resend the verification. Room and roommate assignments will be shared with you to your Siena email account in mid-August. As always, if you have any questions about this process, please call 518-783-2919 or email us at housing@siena.edu.